Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Storm Silver playthrough. We are on episode 4, and in the last episode we defeated Whitney and acquired our third gym badge, and we also ran into a familiar face from the Sinnoh region, the champion Cynthia, and we managed to acquire a Spiritomb in the process. After defeating the gym leader, we did take a little bit of a hit, so before we go heal up our Pokemon, we're actually going to go ahead and grab the water bottle that I know we need to get past the Sudowoodo that's up a little further, past the nature area. So once she sees that we have the plain badge, we will get the squirt bottle, and she'll allow us to keep it as well, which is pretty cool. So we obtained the squirt bottle, so now we have the ability to get that Sudowoodo out of the way, so that way we can progress toward Ecruteak City and obtain our 4th gym badge, which is the goal in today's episode. So I'm going to heal up the team real quick, and we will be on our way. Alrighty, let's make our way over to Ecruteak City. Now, I'm pretty interested to see what this ROM hack has in store, because so far, besides the Cynthia and the Spiritomb incursion and the gym leaders having full teams of 6, we really haven't seen a whole lot of major changes so far, but I know that they'll be upcoming. So we'll progress through some of these trainer battles that are upcoming, and we'll head up to Ecruteak City. Alrighty, so with that, we've pretty much cleared out all of the trainers in the route. It was a lot of trainers, and unfortunately, Aron went down pretty early, but I switched over to Flaffy, so Flaffy gained a handful of levels through grinding out all of those trainers, who had some pretty decently leveled Pokemon. So we'll go ahead and head into the nature park over here, or excuse me, the national park, and we'll take a look and see what's up here, see if anything new is out here. To my knowledge, I don't think so, and the bug catching contest is something that we'll probably do at a later date. I don't really want any bug type Pokemon in particular, and we'll kind of skip over some of the trainers, and I'll come back around when I'm not recording, and I'll go through and I'll get the levels off of those trainers. So we'll come around and we'll clear the trainers out here, and then we'll face off against that Sudowoodo. Alrighty, so that Psychic went down, and as I was battling him, I completely forgot that there... Oh, actually, so in the original Pokemon in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, there's actually a tree that you can cut down here to skip over the national park. You just have to fight that bug catcher. In this ROM hack, they've completely removed it, so I could have just walked over this way. But at least we got to walk through the national park and just kind of see what that was about. So we'll come around here through this trainer, and then we're going to go ahead and switch our Spiritomb to the front really quickly, who also gained a couple levels through some of that battling that we did. And I like Spiritomb's little sprite. Spiritomb is a really nice Pokemon to have. So we'll go ahead and pour some water on this Sudowoodo. I don't really plan on catching it. If it gets low enough, if I don't happen to kill it by accident, then we'll go ahead and capture it just to have it in the Pokedex. But for now, let's face off against Sudowoodo. Level 25 in this ROM hack. I think it was level 20 in the original game, so we'll go and hit it with a Hypnosis and try to put it to sleep, and then we'll hit it with a couple of Dream Eaters, that way it can't hit us back. Definitely having Spiritomb is a nice addition. A lot of Pokemon, especially in these early routes, really just can't even touch this thing. They can't deal any damage. A lot of their moves just aren't effective, so it's definitely a nice little touch. And so we got Sudowoodo down nice and low, and so we're going to go ahead and actually try to capture this just because we have the opportunity to. We'll check a Pokeball first try just to see if we have some good luck on our side. Let me know if you guys happened to, when you guys were kids and you first played this game, if you thought Sudowoodo was a grass type. I certainly did, and I remember sending out my Quilava, and it got curb stomped. I was so confused as to why my fire type moves were not very effective against a Pokemon that I thought was a grass type, because it looks like a tree. So you can imagine my surprise when obviously I captured it and I found out that it was actually a rock type. So we're not going to give it a nickname today since we're not planning on using it on the team. But this girl's going to talk to us and tell us that was pretty cool. She'll give us some berry pots, which maybe later in the game, if we're struggling with some battles, we can plant some berries, get some extra citrus berries or something along those lines. So she's also going to give us a couple of Oran berries, which is nice. So and Pecha berries too. Maybe she'll give us a couple other ones. No, just the 2. But at least the Pecha berries, if I remember right, they get rid of poison when your Pokemon eats them. So if we happen to be dealing with that later, then we can definitely put those berries to good use. I'm going to go ahead and heal up my Flaffy really quick here. I know if I remember right, there's some double battles that are coming up here, so I definitely want to try to get Flaffy and Spiritomb some experience, kind of share that around a little bit. I do not have a Paralyze heal, unfortunately, so we're going to have to kind of... I'll go ahead and put Flaffy up in the second position, so when the double battle comes, we'll still... we'll use Flaffy, but for now, let's see what's up here at Route 37. So we'll go ahead and skip that double battle, and like I said, I'll come back in another when I'm not recording, and I'll grab that experience so that way we can face the gym leader in this episode. But for now, let's face off against this double battle. Alrighty, so we took them down. They put our team through a little bit of a beating, but we'll head up here and go to Ecruteak City. A little bit of a wild Pokemon surprise there, but we arrive in Ecruteak City. The first thing I'm going to do is heal up our Pokemon because we got our ass kicked a little bit. And, oh, look at that. I believe that is Bill, if I remember correctly. And, of course, he just stands right in our way and asks who we are. Alrighty, he's going to give us a little bit of information about the storage system, talk about some girl from the Hoenn region that helped him build it, and then he'll head right back to Goldenrod City. If I remember correctly, in the original Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you could go back to Goldenrod City after that conversation, and you could obtain an Eevee directly from Bill, which was pretty cool. Since we got the Eevee pretty early on in the game, before I even was really recording a lot of the footage, I really kind of wonder, maybe we'll head back. I'll head back off camera, and then I'll just kind of record what he says, and if it's anything interesting, I'll add it to the next episode. But coming up here, I know the very first thing that we have to do before the gym leader is head in here and go to the Burn Tower. We'll actually grab this item really quickly. I just saw that. I know we have a rival battle coming up, but Shadow Claw, that's definitely a good attack to have in our back pocket. So let's head up in here and let's see what the Burn Tower has to offer us. I see the legendary Pokemon sitting down there, Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. And Yucine is going to talk to us. My name is Yucine. I'm on the trail of a Pokemon named Suicune. And you are? Will? Glad to meet you. I heard rumors that Suicune is here, so I came to look. Take a look at the basement through the hole in the floor. There, Suicune is down there. I could go downstairs, but I know it would run away in no time, and I'm just like really scared, and I'm like a huge pussy, you know, stuff like that. I tried to give Yucine a funny accent too, and as you guys can hear, I kind of tripped up on myself. I started laughing a little bit, which was pretty funny. That's something I'll definitely try to do when main player characters come around. I'll try to do voiceovers for them just so we can kind of get a little more context about the story, especially as it starts to evolve a little bit. Oh, it's you. You must be here to catch the legendary Pokemon to make yourself look strong. That is only a dream. You see, the legendary Pokemon Jesus Christ. Suits a trainer like me who has sworn to become the strongest trainer. A battle with Team Rocket Grunts is just right for you, as he battles us. Versus Tardo. Versus Tardo in the Burn Tower. Tardo has 5 Pokemon on his team. He's going to lead off with Murkrow, which is definitely an interesting choice against Sukuna. Now, something that I'm interested, Hypnosis is a Psychic type. Will it affect a Dark type, even if it's a status move? I'm going to go on a limb and say no, it's not. Oh, it has an ability. Now, see, that sucks. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Flaffy really quick so we can deal with this Murkrow. I know he has his Croconaw, but I don't know if he has really anything to deal with this Flaffy. But besides the Croconaw, I'm not sure what else is weak to Flaffy. I know there's probably a Magneton in his back pocket, but luckily we have Quilava. We did not get paralyzed, which sucks because he probably is gonna... Oh, he did not take us out. Oh, he's level 25. Nightshade does as much damage. The damage equals the Pokemon's level that's using it. So we got a little bit lucky there, and he didn't take us out. We'll get a little bit of experience, but Flaffy is sitting at 7 HP, which is a little... That's a little scary. So I'm gonna go ahead and... I'm going to try to outspeed the Haunter and get a Thunder Wave off, but I'm not able to, so Flaffy will go down. I'm going to switch into Espeon because I know for a fact Espeon can outspeed, and if not, Espeon can at the very least tank a Shadow Punch or whatever else this Haunter has to offer. So we'll go ahead and fire off a super effective Side Beam, and we will take down the Haunter in one shot. We got pretty lucky with that one. Haunter goes down, and with that, our rival has 3 Pokemon remaining, and he'll send out his Croconaw. More than likely, the Croconaw is going to be equipped with the Dark-type move, so I'm very curious to see if it's Bite or Crunch. Luckily, though, we outspeed. He actually uses Scary Face, so we do not get the double outspeed, but he does go for the double Scary Face, so we are able to take out Croconaw there, and that drops him down to 2 Pokemon left on his team. We also don't get the level up, but we should be level 34 by the end of this battle, which will be a good leg up to have when we head into the 4th gym battle. So hopefully this Elekid, yes, 1 shot for the Elekid. Elekid goes down, and we're 1 step closer to being able to head over to the gym. Zomu, level 34. Espeon I can definitely see being a major player on our team for the entirety of this playthrough, all the way up until the final battles. Espeon's just a good, solid Psychic type to have, and obviously it's been proven how good it is thus far. So Psybeam got disabled, but luckily I switched over to Power Gym. I had a little bit of a feeling Kadabras and Abras always have some kind of trickery up their sleeve, whether it be a teleport or the disable right there. But luckily the second Power Gym will bring the Kadabra down, and with that, the battle with Silver is over. And we'll head downstairs to the bottom floor of the Burn Tower, and we're going to see what the legendary Pokemon are going to do. I would imagine that all the legendaries besides, well, I guess the Entei and Raikou are going to be roaming Pokemon, and then Suicune will probably be able to capture over in the Kanto region. I don't think there's going to be really any switch up there in regards to this ROM hack. They're all going to let out their cries, and they'll run around in circles. There we go. Yucine is going to come down because we're just that guy, and we just went down there and stared Suicune right in the face. Suicune raced by like a blur right in front of my eyes. I've been chasing Suicune for almost 10 years, but I never have been this close. I'm all choked up. By the way, it was clear to me that Suicune took notice of your presence. Your aura farming skills are elite. Perhaps I should be more aggressive towards Suicune. Anyway, we will meet again. Look at that. So, hopefully the legendary Pokemon will just kind of pop up in our travels, and we won't actually have to go around and grab like a Crobat and mean look them. I'm hoping I can just grab them with like a quick ball when we're running out through the region. But seeing a Cubone here, Cubone would be a cool ground type to have on our, or a Marowak would be a pretty cool ground type to have on our team, and I definitely want to see what else would be here in the Burn Tower. I can imagine some pretty cool fire types are in here, so we'll go ahead and look through some of these wild Pokemon battles. Magby is a nice one to have too with the Magmortar. I did notice that our rival had an Elekid, and so I'm pretty curious as to where he got that Elekid from. I can't remember seeing an Elekid at any point in the wild when I was running around, so maybe that's something that I overlooked, but we're going to head on down to the Pokemon Center real quick, and then we'll race through the gym, and we will battle Morty. Alrighty, we're going to head over to the gym really quickly, and we're going to face off against Morty. Alrighty, the first trainer up. Let's do this. Alrighty, the first trainer is down, and the path in front of us will disappear, so I'm going to try my best to see if I can memorize the paths in front of us, but I know if we just walk off the edge, I think the lights will come back on, so if we screw it up, luckily we have an easy way out that we can fix that. Alrighty. So she actually did have a Sableye on her team that unfortunately kind of hit our Spiritomb a little bit hard there, so we're going to go ahead and heal up Spiritomb. I actually had to switch into Quilava, who also got hit pretty hard by the aforementioned Sableye, so we'll go ahead and head around this median right here, and up is the next battle. Alrighty, so unfortunately Spiritomb went down there, but I'm still going to try to progress through some of these trainers before I bounce out to a Pokemon Center, but we will go ahead and face the next median. Alrighty, so we defeated that median, and Flaffy is now evolving, so we will get an Ampharos directly before we face off against the 4th gym leader, which will be a nice electric type to have in the back pocket in case I want to paralyze. But in all of its glory, we have Volt, the Ampharos. Ampharos would like to learn the move Thunder Punch, and Thunder Punch is stronger than Thunder Shock, so I will gladly take that. We'll go ahead and get rid of Charge there, pretty easy. So 1, 2, and 3, poof. Volt forgot how to use Charge, and Volt the Ampharos will learn Thunder Punch. Alrighty, so with that median down, I'm really quickly going to head to a Pokemon Center and heal up our team before we face off against the final gym leader. The fourth gym leader. Alrighty, we have made it back to Morty with our fully healed team and our new Ampharos, and now we will get to face off against Morty, the fourth gym leader in the Johto region, and the Ghost-type gym leader. Alrighty, Morty is going to challenge us with 6 Pokemon, just like all of the other gym leaders, and he will lead off with his level 27 Duskull, and I'll lead off with Sukuna, the Spiritomb. We'll go right into a Feint Attack here. This was pretty effective against all of the other medians that had just neutral ghost types. I've had pretty shit luck with Confusion in this run, but luckily we get pretty lucky here, and we're able to take down the first Pokemon with really no problems. Sukuna's going to get enough experience to level up to level 25, which is nice as well. And he also wants to learn Ominous Wind, which is pretty nice. We'll go ahead and do that. I'll do that in favor of Shadow Sneak. I'll probably end up regretting that decision, knock on wood, but Ominous Wind should be pretty good for us for now. The reason I got Ominous Wind over Shadow Sneak as well is because hopefully I can do some of those stat boosting moves, which would be pretty nice. We're going to go ahead and try to use Hypnosis on Sableye here, and then we'll switch right over into Dream Eater and we'll try to knock some of its health out. We're getting pretty lucky with the Confusion, but unfortunately, I forgot Sableye is a Dark type, and Dream Eater is a Psychic type move, so that unfortunately, that sucks. But luckily, despite the Torment, I have Ominous Wind, so I can still at least attack it. Holy shit, that did a lot of damage. Okay, so we'll get the Ominous Wind off here, and then I'm going to immediately switch into Low Rocky here just so we can tank some attacks and hopefully heal Sukuna a little bit, because I was just not expecting Sableye to pack that powerful of an attack. So I'm going to go ahead and heal up Sableye just so we have it. Luckily, I have one more potion. That's probably something that I should have purchased before, but I got a little arrogant and thought that I could just run into the gym battle. So Low Rocky is subjected to the Torment, but that's not really going to matter a whole lot. I got a couple moves to work around that. Luckily, Shadow Claw is also not very effective against this Aeron, so we're getting pretty lucky here. Oh, and as I say that, I try to use the same move twice in a row. So we'll switch over to Cut, which luckily is a Grass-type move, and when I was using Low Rocky to clear through some of the trainers earlier, that Grass-type move really helped out against some of the other Rock types and whatnot that I ran up against, and we'll have to alternate between the two moves. Hopefully Low Rocky doesn't go down before taking out this Sableye. I need to do one more, but I expect Morty to heal. Yep. So Morty's going to pull a Hyper Potion, and he's going to heal up his Sableye. So we'll go ahead and just keep going until Low Rocky goes down, so that way we can alternate over to another Pokemon. Low Rocky really wasn't too necessary for this battle. Him being fodder, I'm pretty okay with in that situation, and I'm also pretty okay with Sableye getting a critical hit right at the very end. Hopefully that means he won't get another one relatively soon. So we'll go ahead and switch over to our newly evolved Ampharos, and we'll see what Volt is packing. So we'll go ahead and do a Thunder Punch really quickly, and we'll get that down a little bit. Sableye having Recover is not going to be super fun, so I'll go ahead and pull a Thunder Wave just so we can get it paralyzed and hopefully take it out of commission on a couple of turns. I don't know why that Shadow Claw hit Sukuna so hard, given that it's not doing a whole lot of damage to my other Pokemon. But regardless, we'll keep going with the Thunder Punches here, try to get Sableye chipped down. We're also getting really lucky with the paralyzation, and Sableye's not really been able to move. That is 3 turns in a row now, and Morty is not going to use another Hyper Potion. We get the critical hit to make sure Sableye stays down, and with Sableye down, we have 4 Pokemon to go. Shuppet, level 27, is his next Pokemon. We'll go ahead and pull another Thunder Punch, and that'll drop it a little bit below half. The Icy Wind is going to lower our speed a little bit, but that's okay. A Shadow Ball is going to come out. A critical hit is going to do a lot of damage, but luckily Ampharos can take down this Shuppet, and that'll leave Morty with 3 Pokemon left for us to take down one of whom I believe is a Gengar, and Mismagius. I've heard a couple different ways of that being pronounced, but unfortunately that Icy Wind is going to mean we're a little too slow to take out the Haunter. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into Espeon. I'm going to take out this Haunter with the Psychic type move, and then I'm going to try to bait out the Mismagius before the Gengar. So with that, Haunter goes down, so we're gonna see what his last two Pokemon are. I want to say in the original Heart Gold and Soul Silver he had two Gengars, so I fully expect that to be switched up. So we will see a Misdreavus, not a Mismagius, so I feel pretty comfortable keeping Espeon in. Hopefully we can two-shot this thing. It becoming that was very clutch. I was fully expecting a Shadow Ball to do a lot of damage, so luckily we can go right into his last Pokemon, his Ace, with literally no damage on our Espeon. So he'll go ahead and throw out the Gengar. A cool little animation to play with it. He says, no, it's not over yet. We'll go ahead and do the Psybeam. And just like that, the fourth gym leader is down, and we acquire our fourth gym badge against Morty. Zomu's also going to hit level 35, so already a lot of our Pokemon are getting to some pretty high levels, so definitely off screen I will try to get everybody a little more evened out before we head over to Olivine City, and especially before we tackle the lighthouse. But here we officially receive our Fog badge from Morty. And we're also gaining the ability to use Surf, which I believe we get later in the playthrough, and I believe TM30 is Shadow Ball that we just obtained. So I'm not going to put that on Spiritomb right now. I don't know if I want to use Spiritomb until we go all the way to the end, but we will see. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and finish up with Morty here, and then we will jump off here. We'll get teleported right back to the front, and we will head out. Alrighty, so there's one last thing to do before the episode ends, and I'm going to go ahead and just to kind of make this a little easier, I'm going to go ahead and switch Inferno to the front, and we're going to go ahead and run into this house over here. This is where the Kimono Girls reside, and if I remember properly, Team Rocket, yes, Team Rocket is here. So we'll go ahead and take care of this Team Rocket grunt, and we'll go ahead and help this Kimono Girl out a little bit, because I do believe that somebody in the crowd will actually give us an item as a reward for helping out this Kimono Girl. So this Team Rocket grunt is going to yell at us. How dare we get in his way for doing something on stage. He was spinning around, something with dancing. The Team Rocket grunt is going to send out a Coughing, and because we just got done with Morty's gym, a level 25 Coughing really isn't going to do a whole lot to our battle-hardened team. So Self-Destruct is going to come out, and I actually thought the health bar glitched there for a second. Unfortunately, that massive explosion is going to take out Quilava, but the Coughing goes down as well. So with Coughing down, we'll go ahead and send out Sukuna to deal with the Team Rocket Grunt's last Pokemon here. He's going to send out a Golbat. Level 25, so a pretty even match. We'll go ahead and throw out the Hypnosis. Oh, fuck. He threw out a Hypnosis before we did, so hopefully we can wake up in time before. There we go. And we put it right to sleep after we wake up. So we'll go ahead and hit it with a couple of Dream Eaters. We'll get our health restored a little bit, and we'll try to take out this Golbat, hopefully in 2 shots. Almost in 1 shot as we get it down into the red. We'll go ahead and throw out another Dream Eater as the Golbat stays asleep. And with the second Dream Eater, the Golbat will go down, and Sukuna is at full health. Sukuna gains a little bit of experience, and with that, we have defeated the Team Rocket Grunt, got 1,000 Poké Dollars, and we have also freed the Kimono Girl. Out goes the Team Rocket Grunt, and we are good to go, but not before. An old gentleman is going to stop us and say how courageous we are for his age, and thank us for helping the Kimono Girl, and we will receive HMO 3 Surf. I do believe I need to obtain a water type, so we should probably get a Pokemon at some point soon that can surf for when that becomes necessary. But for now, guys, thank you for watching this episode. We had a good run defeating Morty and getting our 4th gym badge, and in the next episode we will head over to Olivine City and we will go up and scale the lighthouse. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.